Hello and welcome to another video about the PowerTech Rogowski Coil from the CTA3PH product. This is the current sensor, and presently it is connected to this calibration test rig where we can inject up to 2500 amps. We can go much higher than that. We have a 10,000 amp rig, but for this video we're keeping it relatively small, and we can do very accurate testing from 1 amp up to 2500 amps. The question is asked again and again, how can a Rogowski coil measure over such a wide dynamic range, in this case 10,000 amps, yet measure 1 amp at around 0.25% accuracy? And the answer is, well, it's not a CT. It does not need magnetics. It does not draw a magnetic current. We have a very accurate distribution of coils in that hoop that you're looking at in the picture. And the positional accuracy is extremely good. Like any Rogowski, at this point here, there's like a non-linear region. It's around the area of the join, and that has to be avoided. But by definition, most applications, it's unlikely the conductor will stray just into that area. So the product in like the middle 2/3 of the coil can be maintained at 0.25% accuracy. And how do we test this? Well, it generates a voltage, and we use a 6.5 digit voltmeter, which is traceable to NIST, traceable to UK standards and the European standards, and we can see that it can do that. And we can further check that by taking our CTH3PH, or rather I should say CTA3PH product, and measuring its 0 to 5 amp output. So we have several ways that we can check the whole system. We can check the coil in isolation, or we can check the whole system by measuring the 0 to 5 amp output. So the main thing is, if you've used a current transformer before, obviously it's heavier, and that silicon steel core, that laminated core, does require some magnetizing current in order to provide the flux, which is essentially exciting that winding that is around the core. And obviously that magnetizing current is doing exactly what it says on the box, and it means that it is potentially an error current that it draws, and particularly you will notice that at low currents. And of course the Rogowski coil, the flexible current sensor, note that it's quite nice and flexible, it does not have that problem because it's sensing electric fields. So really that answers the question. And the benefit is you can go down to minute currents where you are, for example, concerned about import-export considerations. So if you're on like a microgrid and there's a regulation that says that you cannot export more than 1 amp or 2 amp or something like that, we can measure it. Bear in mind, there is another spin-off from this product. Many of the products we make are combination products. In other words, they are a protection sensing, current sensing device, but also they are metering. They do both. So for example, a popular range would be 0 to 300 amps for metering and 0 to 1200 amps for protection. That's a factor of 4 right there. So what we do when we sell these combination devices is we do a very thorough check of the linearity. So we actually have a computer controlling the calibrator, which cycles the current from a thousandths all the way up to the top of its range. And then what we do is we monitor its output, and we make sure that there are no kind of bumps or anything like that in its dynamic response. So that's how it is achieved. I will say that these things are very repeatable, very good at rejecting noise, and there are a lot of things about Rogowski coils that users are starting to appreciate, but they're still kind of dealing with the kind of misconceptions because they are comparing it to an iron core CT. So I hope this information is useful. My name's Derek Luce over at PowerTech. Text me anytime, 631-384-3481 if you have a question. We have emails like info@powertecheus.com, so feel free to ask questions or anything like that that helps you just kind of get the best out of these products. Once again, it's PowerTech. We're talking about the CTA3PH product available on the website. Any questions, please reach out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.